Hi guys, I'm Elizabeth and from Conifer Crow at Etsy. I just realized I bumped the camera. Sorry about that. I'm still new to this whole video thing, so I've only done like 4 or 5 of them in my life, so forgive me any foibles here. I'm here to talk about, or to do a flip through real quick of one of my junk journals. I call them Magpie Bundles. They are a collection, for those of you who don't know, they are a collection of vintage and or handmade, just sort of eclectic ephemera, all bound together as a base for your own creations, so you don't have to deal with blank page syndrome and all that kind of fun stuff. This one is 4x6. It's called Beekeeper. It is, like I said, about 4x6. I think it's about 4.5 by 5.5, just about there. It's made from fabric collage that's been bound with linen thread. There are 3 signatures. There's about 100 and some odd pages. I didn't count them specifically because some of them it's hard to know what's a page when it's an envelope and stuff like that, but it is held together with a tie, and you just undo it like this, flip her open, and then these are the pages. So as you can see, I do a lot of sewing on my pages because I kind of like the tactile feel and I like the way it looks. So, and these are all hand painted on fabric. With junk journals or magpie bundles, there's little things stuck to the sides, little tags that you can use in your own artwork, either in the journal or in something else, and just fill this up with your writing. I tried to leave some blank space. I think I say that in the listing, but I say it with every journal, but I try to leave some blank space so that you have space to write. Sometimes I don't always do a good job of that because I really like patchworking up the pages, but there's everything from coffee dyed paper, it's all dyed by me, vintage books, pages from vintage books, things like that. Things that are stuck on. This works as a tuck spot, so you can tuck something behind it. There's pockets that are full of stuff, lots of fabric tabs and flips and related fun stuff. You can only turn the page if things are put in. It's really hot here today, so I think the pages are kind of sticking together a little bit. Either that or my fingers are sticky from the heat. I haven't been like eating popsicles or anything. Although now I really want a popsicle. These are my hand-painted papers. I went through and painted a whole bunch of them a couple of years ago, and now I'm finally found a use for them all, which is exciting. Let's look inside a beehive. My whole thought with this one was the sort of romanticized view of the beekeepers and the honey and just that whole, all of the culture that goes along with that, and having a family, and just like, this comes out of the top here. This is vintage children's book illustrations. Photos, like actual photos that I got from a flea market. These are jelly printed papers that are in here, and fabric. That's fabric. I love this fabric. I got it at a little place on the Oregon coast, and I'm using it in just little small bits because I don't want it to be gone. Flip outs, so you can add your own fun stuff. These are on rice paper with acrylic and all kinds of crazy stuff, like alcohol inks and fun stuff. Everything is fun stuff today. It's the heat, guys. Seriously, I'm usually a little bit more erudite than this. This I left open so you can put your own things in here. See-through, so you can kind of partially hide whatever you put behind there. Have it just ghosted through on the front. This one actually would be really good for somebody who writes a lot. A lot of my other ones, if you look at my other ones, I've got a lot of imagery on all the pages and things like that. This one is more of a writing journal, which is awesome. Or stick in your own artwork journal, I guess, too. This is a little booklet. So you can put some little journaling in there and then shove it back in here. So nobody has to see it but you. It's secret, hidden stuff. More jelly prints. These have such a neat feel to them too. Anything that's got paint on it just always feels really neat. This you can stick stuff behind and it'll stay. 1970s vintage fabric that I love. Vintage maps. There we go. And then when you're done, wrap it back up. And this is just vintage seam binding that I dyed. Tuck her in and you are good to go. And that will be available on my Etsy shop probably tomorrow, which will be the 11th of August 2018. I do know what day it is. And I try to get things up about noon or so. And thanks for watching. I'll put the link up here somewhere.